You guys are doing well today. I've got an A harmonica currently in my hand. And I want to talk about Slim Harpo for a minute, and not just Slim, but talk about a couple players that kind of fit into the category of Slim Harpo and his style of playing, his approach to playing. Let me fix this. And the benefits of studying a player like Slim Harpo. So first, before I jump right in, I want to pull up my channel. Let me mute this. And I want to say thanks to everybody that was out at this event in West Virginia that I just came back from. It was a wonderful event at what's called Harmonica College. And had a great time with a group out there on Saturday. So thanks if you were there. It was great to see you. All right. So we're talking about Slim Harpo. And if you dig Slim Harpo, then you'll want to check out the class coming Saturday because it's a Slim Harpo class, and it's been 3 years since I've taught anything about Slim Harpo. Oh yeah, Mark, you definitely want to look for Slim Harpo. You should be able to find some good vinyl. Slim was from Louisiana. He was a Louisiana native player, and his sound is referred to as swamp blues. It has a really cool vibe to it. If you're not familiar with Slim, start with a couple of his classic hits like Raining in My Heart or Baby Scratch My Back. These are some of the biggest hits. And also, one of the ones I'm covering Saturday is King Bee. That was also one of his great big hits. And on Saturday, I'll also get into I Got Love If You Want It and Tina Nina Nu. Most of those are second position songs, but Tina Nina Nu is first position on an A. But the lines are really approachable. This is the perfect kind of thing to study if you are an intermediate player and you haven't studied Slim Harpo, Jimmy Reed, you haven't studied some of these Snooky Pryor. These are the kind of players, and I just did a Snooky class. These are the players that you want to check out first, okay? Because they have here's what sets them apart. I'll just make this quick, and then we'll actually break down some Slim today. I'm gonna turn on a song that I'm not covering in class Saturday, and we're gonna listen to it and talk about it. The reason you want to study these players, why they're so important, is because they provided a structure with the harmonica in the song that allowed the harmonica to really have a part and have a voice. Instead of just riffing and playing solos, these players incorporated harmonica in their songs, often to replace the melody or to play the melody that is found in the song and repeat that during the solo. That was commonly done by Slim Harpo. That was his approach. Same with Jimmy Reed, not all of them, but many of his songs. So study these players. They're such great players to listen to and study. So Slim, I got this great track queued up from the Excello singles anthology, and this one's called Please Don't Turn Me Down. It's in the key of E on an A harmonica in second position. So let's just see what happens if we play some of this. Yeah, some of these lines are on this one are very simple, and some are a little trickier. So I'm gonna teach you some of this right now. So get an A harmonica. If you have an A harp, this is what you want. I'm just gonna grab I've never tried to break this down. I didn't do any preparation. This is a very spontaneous moment, once again, from your buddy Ronnie Shellist. But I think I can figure out what's going on here in the moment. Let's hope so. Otherwise, everyone's gonna be like, why'd you come on if you don't know this? So let's talk about it. And if you want more info on the Slim Harpo class Saturday, go to harmonica123.com, and right on the homepage, you'll find the info to get to that class. It's on sale through Thursday. So let's listen to the intro one more time real quick. All right, so he starts off, all of this entire intro is contained on holes 1 through 6. It's all second position, played on an A harmonica in the key of E. Right out of the gates, he's focused on, see if you can figure that out. What holes does that sound like? What are the clues? There's some bending going on down there. It's really contained on the core part of the bottom, which is holes 3 and 2. Just kind of playing, he's playing around with this nice area on the 3 draw, half step and full step bend, making his way down to 2 draw, bringing in that full step bend on 2 to 2 draw. So let's hear it again. And the bend on 2 is real subtle, it's just a lift. He uses often these bends to just lift into a draw note. And he has this cool vibrato. That's another thing you start to pay attention to in your favorite players is like, what are their signature sounds that they use or techniques that they bring in? Snooky, both Snooky and Slim Harpo had really distinct vibratos that when you hear it, it's like you can identify that vibrato with that player. Eventually. Let's just talk about that. How cool is that? No one plays these kind of lines. A harmonica. In fact, let me do you one solid. Let's just talk about
Whoops,
I always click on the video and it comes through in the moment. Wouldn't be a live stream if I didn't do that. All right, what do I want to do? I want to post this A harmonica, the song that we're listening to. I'll put that in the chat as well. It's called Please Don't Turn Me Down. Please don't turn me down. All right. Slim Harpo. Put that all in the chat and I'll pin it. So what do you hear in that second line? I told you it's holes 1 through 6. What did you notice that? Can you start to, so what I'm doing when I hear these lines is I'm starting to visualize the run as I hear it, you know? Trying to see where it begins. What hole do I hear? Okay, all my classes are recorded and they include notes typically, so you can check that out. All right, let's pin this sucker. Come on, man, get out of the way. All the emojis are in the way. So the second line begins on 6 blow, if you didn't figure that out. Hello to those tuning in, you got an A harp. All right. So it starts on 6 blow. Here we go. We're going to listen to the little line again, and then I'm going to teach it to you. That's the beginning of it. 6 blow, 5 draw, 4 draw. Here it is. It's so cool. 6 blow, 5 draw, 4 draw. And he's making his way to that 3 draw half step bend where he throws that sweet vibrato on. Not really. There's not much vibrato on that. The 2 draw has all the vibrato. That's a weird riff. Different kind of riff that he just played. He's like pulling down there. Do you hear this part? See if you can find that. Pulling down from that 2 full step to the 1 draw area. And now is this cool little transition that I'm hearing that he's using with the 2 blow and 3 blow. Yeah. So this is a kind of a cool little move that you should pay attention to. After pulling down on that 2 full step bend to 1 draw, it's 2 blow, 3 blow. Great example of when to bring in 3 blow. We talk about like what's the difference in these holes all the time and when to use what. Well, here's a great example. The fluidity, the phrasing, the way the phrasing is laid out, it's more conducive to use that 2 blow, 3 blow. And then after he lands on that 2 blow, 3 blow, he can now execute the same note, but move it to the 2 draw. You can tonally hear, I can hear, that it's a 2 draw at the end of the phrase. So let's just hear it again. And then there's that sweet vibrato that he uses on the 2 draw to anchor it in sort of the legato note there. So let's just recap some of this. That's all off the 3/2 and 3 full step bend to 2 draw. And then pulling quickly from that bend on 2 up to 2 draw. This is, most of the time when you're studying Slim and you hear the lines, his lines are super approachable. Again, they tend to follow the melody. He uses the same lines usually, often, as he uses in the introduction of the song and carries that over to the solo. And I don't know, I believe this song is no different. There's so many where he does this, so you can almost count on it happening. So the value in learning these songs is that when you learn the intro, you've learned the solo. And there's a bigger lesson in all of that, which is maybe you should do some of that in your own stuff. If you're going to write music or bring harp into other tunes that don't have harmonica, you don't always have to improvise. I don't say this too often, so check it out. You don't really always have to improvise the solo. You could stick to, like a Jimmy Reed approach, Slim Harpo, and play that melody, or just repeat the intro that you played. It really brings everything together and makes it very cohesive that way. Nice. Let's just stop there. That's a piece of the intro. It does go on from there, but it's similar areas and similar notes being used, slight adjustments in the phrasing. What I would do if you dig this song, Please Don't Turn Me Down is the name of it, go through the rest of it. There's not much more to get. Same line he's repeating again, but he twists it a little bit. So that's the kind of thing I want you to think about. Hey, Don, what's up, brother? Don Raines is in the house. Good to see you. My good buddy Donnie got to hang out with Willie Nelson and cook him eggs. Many, many years ago, Willie used to stop into a place where Don, who's joining this live stream, he was a cook, and he would tell me, Don has told me that when Willie would walk through the back door right into the kitchen, he'd be like, hey, Donnie, and he'd cook him up eggs. How cool would that be? Get to hang out with Willie and talk to Willie. All right, thanks for being here, everybody. Let me see if there's any questions on those lines so far. Don't forget, if you like this stuff, I don't have a current Patreon or membership to join on YouTube. What I do have is my classes at harmonica123.com. You can check out my live classes and the recordings. Let me see who's here. Who else is here? Is it helpful to play tongue blocking for the sim class? I think so, but I don't think it's necessary on all of it. So Slim Harpo, I think he played a lot of rack harmonica. That's another thing to know about him, that he was often playing guitar, so he had a rack and he's not using his hands. I think he's using a lot of tongue blocking. I can hear it. The texture's there. Maybe we take a little listen to that angle really quick. I think it's okay to really kind of mix the approach. I will say that for almost any blues harp player you're listening to, if it's classic blues, you're going to want to bring in some tongue blocking. Like that doesn't have to be tongue blocked. But the next line, if I pucker it works fine as a pucker. But why not tongue block it if you can? If it is tongue blocked, he's not slapping. He's not bringing any sort of aggressive tongue blocking into it. But it's just kind of a cool thing to examine. That was a good observation, or question, I should say. Hey, Charlie, good to see you, man. Let me see if I can... don't you come on and talk. No, I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to the video. I'm often staring at the comments. Who else is in here? Nick's Harmonica Journey. What's up, Nick? Thanks for joining. Anybody that's here that I am not saying hello to, it's good to see you. Give you the shout out. I'm just going to try to play it from memory here. This is the beginning of the song we've been listening to. I've pinned the comment, so check out the pinned comment with the name of the song. It's an A harp. That one might be a little off. It's pretty close though. So get into Slim. One of the best things you can check out, and just put them on rotation, is those Excello recordings, the Excello singles. It's got a picture of gray and white, a black and white or gray kind of picture of him with Slim Harpo written on the side, and Slim is in red and Harpo's in black. He's one of my all-time favorites. I've covered, when I used to sing more regularly and lead a band, I was doing King B, Raining in My Heart, and a couple others that are not coming to me. But like, people love those songs more than anything. They're some of the most relatable tunes. The messages in the song, the lyrics, and the lines that live in them are just awesome. So Slim Harpo is the man. If you have not been listening or studying him, join me Saturday for this class, because I'm going to get into 3 killer songs. And Tina Ni Na Nu, a lot of you might have heard of that one. Let me just give you a sneak peek to that. He's actually, I'm not going to talk too much about it because it's in the class, but it's first position. Where did it go? I've always been thrown by the way he spelled it. Yeah. So simple. Most people hear that and think that's second position. No, he's starting on a 5 chord. It's just, I think, let me hear that again. Yeah. But it's all first. He's landing on the blow notes. And you can tell later he's bringing in some of the cool blow bending we'll study at the end of the song. So we've got some intros and outros to take a listen to, and some of the solos which will have a little bit of repeat. But we can see what kind of context they fall in. Does he play it once? Does he play it twice? Does he put it after a couple verses? Where does this all fall? Good morning. Holden, I'm no longer an Illinoisan. I'm in Colorado, which puts a smile on my face. I will tell you that. Shane, what's up, buddy? Bro, you owe me a phone call. You got called out on my live here. No, I'm just teasing. I mean, I might have left a message a long time ago about checking in or something, but let's connect. Thanks for being here, everybody. I'm doing more of these little shorts. They're random. I haven't landed on a consistent day yet, so I apologize. If I do, I'll try to stick to it. This weekend I was in West Virginia, so I couldn't have done a weekend live stream, but it'd be nice to keep like one day a week where I just come on and try to make that a regular part of my routine. But I'm constantly changing my schedule. I'm often on the move, and it does make it very difficult. On my first Slim Harpo class that I taught 3 years ago, I mentioned that I talked about Raining in My Heart and Scratch My Back. So C harmonica and A harmonica, or is it a B flat? Might be a B flat for Scratch My Back. I can't remember right now. But they're both second position, and if you haven't checked out those songs, please do yourself a favor. Go listen to the songs. I have a whole class dedicated to those 2 songs if you want the class. It's also on sale. I'll link this somewhere in the video description. Just go to harmonica123.com, and at the bottom of any of my pages, you can search products. You can start to look for products by topic, by song name, by artist, by whatever you can think of, and just type it in, and it brings up any and all products or classes that I've ever created on that topic. Thanks, Charlie, and hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Why not? Help me out. The like button helps me reach more folks, and if you subscribe, well, that's a beautiful thing too. So we're talking Slim Harpo today. We covered a little bit of, what is it called? I've got, where'd it go? Oh no, I lost it again. By the way, on this singles, the Excello single stuff, there's like 30 some odd tracks. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, that sounds really good. A nice little New Orleans feel there. So he's a Louisiana guy. Ooh, that one was, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that. I'm trying not to play too much of this now on the live stream. I don't know what YouTube thinks about all that. copyrighted stuff. I know that when you play over it, it helps because then you're doing something to the original. Oh, I'm gonna have to consider adding this to the class. I forgot about this. I love The Life I'm Living, B flat harp, all cross harp here, but listen to those lines. That is sweet. Make sure you're checking this out. There's just certain players you can't ignore, and I'll repeat what I said at the very beginning of the stream. Jimmy Reed, Slim Harpo, and Snooky Pryor are my top 3 blues harmonica players that all aspiring blues harp players would want to be studying early on in their playing as soon as you can start to bend. As soon as you start to get some ability to bend at all, you could be listening to these artists regardless of whether you can play the lines and bend. But you should be digging into their songs because it'll teach you so much about how to approach playing parts and melodies in music. And on that note, I'm just going to hang for a minute. I always feel pressure like I got to constantly talk or share something. You guys can, leave me if you don't want to be here. It's totally cool and I should be fine with that. So how is everyone doing? Thanks for being here. Oh yeah, thanks Holden. Please don't turn me down. Yeah, that's what we were listening to. I just couldn't find it on my list though. Please don't turn me down. That's what we started with today on an A harmonica. Where'd it go? And so, by the way, on the 2 songs I keep bringing up, Baby Scratch My Back and Raining in My Heart, these lines are so classic. If you're ever going to learn how to sing a song, those are killer songs. Scratch My Back, you can do more of like that sort of talking approach because he's like, well, I'm itching, baby, and I don't know where to scratch. It's not like you have to full-blown sing, you can just kind of get through it by sort of talking it out. Raining in My Heart, you don't want to do that. You need to learn the melody. It's raining in my heart. And you need to be able to play those lines too. Since we've been apart. And they're very approachable. That's why I keep pushing. Go back and grab those hits that he had first. So maybe one more time we can listen to it. Where am I from? Well, currently I'm in Colorado. I don't know how to answer that question. Where am I from? I'm from, I was raised in Illinois as a young kid, but really most of my rearing and raising happened in Texas. I grew up in Dallas. And then I lived in Austin for a while, and then I moved out to Colorado in the late 90s. And I've kind of mostly lived here, but I've also spent some time living in Illinois back and forth. Basically, as soon as you think you know where I live, I'm in a different city. And I don't like that. That's all got to change starting now. So, okay, cool. Holden lived there for 3 years. Very nice. Look at all of you checking this stuff out. Where are you guys from? Bangladesh? All right. Something really cruddy happened over in West Virginia. I couldn't find my harmonicas and I had them in this little carrying case thing. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? And then I looked down and there's a pitcher of water right below the desk that I had my harps on, and inside of the pitcher, which was completely full of water, all the way up to the top, my harps and the entire case had fallen in there and no one noticed, not even me. And I had to pull them out and dry them out and tap them out. At least it was just water though. That might make the class. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go through it because this class is gonna run about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes approximately. I might be able to fit it. This is such a good one. This lines up with more of that Cajun-y feel, or I don't know if that's the right term, but definitely more of that New Orleans feel in the groove and in the lines. And I love this kind of stuff because it's very approachable. Slim uses a lot of octaves and splits in his playing. Let's see some here. Oh, so it's not crossed. This is all first position. Oh, I might have to add this to the class. Let's check this out. This one's called I Love the Life I'm Living. This is, again, from the Excello singles release. That's a nice start to a song. I don't know where he came up with this stuff. Woo! Yeah, that's got it. Some of that has to make it in the class. So if you love this kind of stuff and you find that you're looking for more approachable harmonica to learn, join me Saturday. This class is going to be a good one. As always, I record them all. You don't have to attend live. You can purchase it, get it on sale, and I automatically send you a copy of the recording and all of the notes. Yeah, you get tablature with all my classes. You can go back and practice. It's a pretty good deal for 20 bucks. You get to hang out for the afternoon for an hour or so, learn together, and I send you with some work, some class, work to go through and practice. And by the way, this is Peter Mad Cat Ruth. Everybody say, hey, what's up, Peter? If you don't know Mad Cat Ruth, he is a phenomenal harmonica player. And if you're into all that really cool, he does some great melodic stuff, but his rhythm and chugging playing is brilliant. I also have some exciting news. I'm pretty firm on it, so maybe I should just make the announcement right here. Should I do it? If you missed it, RJ Michaud joined for I've been saying Michaud, I think sometimes. It's Michaud, RJ Michaud. He informed me, so I was corrected. He just joined recently, but coming up, I have something very special. I think I'm going to announce it. This is not 100%, but it's like 95% pretty sure, okay? On May 25th, mark your calendars, May 25th, I am going to be featuring in a guest artist class, the one and only, Mr. Buddy Green. Now, Buddy, if you don't know it, has a clip on YouTube with several million views of him playing Carnegie Hall. And I know a lot of you have seen this clip. Even non-harmonica players, just family members, have you seen this clip? Like, I'm getting this clip. Over the years, I get it, and probably at least like 5-6 times a year, I'm getting an email that says, have you seen this? So Buddy's going to be featured, and he's going to talk about some of what he did, talk about the story of that, talk about some of the harmonica and give you some insight as to how he managed to work through that, and talk about his technique. He's got a really interesting technique. How many people watch and know Buddy Green, that name Buddy Green? If not, type that into YouTube right now and go watch that video when this is over. Go check that out. It is unreal. If you just go to YouTube, I'll do it for you right now and give you the title. And type in Buddy Green. It says Classical Harmonica Medley. There is 11 million views on the original clip. 11 million views. It was released 12 years ago. And I remember when I first came across this clip, I was just like, I just could not believe what I was hearing. Like, it's so good. Just go listen to that. And then mark that date down. I'll advertise that class soon enough. As soon as it's 100% and I can create the product link for it and all that. But Buddy has become a friend of mine over the last few years, especially. We connected many years back at a spa event. But in the last few years, Buddy and I have had a chance to talk on the phone, and we do Zoom sessions and or FaceTime regularly and just check in and talk about life. And I'll tell you, he is one of the most humble, down-to-earth, kindest type of people you ever meet in the world. Buddy is amazing. And then you hear his level of talent and you're like, wow, this is coming from a guy who's this talented. He's just like, hey, how's it going, man? It's so good to see you. And he's an awesome guy, and I cannot wait to feature him. And I know a bunch of you will be there. because it's going to be incredible. All right, King Louie's back in the house. Good to see you too. Picked up a Jim. Here, let me move this so I can see this thing. It's like way over here. Move this over here a little bit. Greetings from Poland. Hey, welcome. Thanks for being here. Let me catch up on some of this chat real quick. Hey, everybody. From Arkansas. Hey, John. Good to see you. Little Dre, what's up? It's been a minute. Why, thanks for that endorsement, Holden. I appreciate that very much. Bought the bending clinic recently and it helped me tremendously. Thank you for everything. Would recommend everyone to buy it. Best investment I made this year. Thank you for that. That's a very thorough class. So is the Essential Blues Harp Technique class. But that bending clinic is like, what are all the angles we can attack practicing bends? And what are the exercises? Remember, when you practice a technique, it should always be in the context of the application, musically speaking. Otherwise, you're learning it as this abstract thing that you'll never be able to utilize. So learn it in a musical context when you learn those techniques. And that's how I try to teach with my exercises. They're things that I would actually bring into my playing. Yeah, Buddy is awesome. That's right. Carnegie Hall. Pete, what's going on? Pete the Animal. So what else can I tell you? What else do you want to know? We talked about Slim. We mentioned Jimmy Reed, and we mentioned Snooky. Saturday is the class. I hope you'll come out. Honestly, this is my livelihood. In case you don't know it, let me just mention. I make a full-time living with the harmonica. I've been doing that as a full-time living for 15 years or so. And before that, it was part-time with a harmonica, gigging, and a tiny bit of teaching. This is how I survive. The best way to support me is to like the video, follow my videos, and join me in my classes when you can, when you have the budget, or check out the products. The class recordings become products, and just shop at Harmonica 123. That allows me to keep doing these things, connecting with you live, giving away some free content. It's just a way to support. I don't use Patreon currently. I don't have a membership that you can join here through YouTube. Yes, I've thought about it, and that might be coming down the road soon. But for now, the best way is just to, based on your budget, support the classes. And I definitely could use that support right now. So go check it out. And thanks for being here in these live streams. I'll try to do these as much as I can. Okay. Only 2 likes on my video? Bummer. I see 5. I think I see 5. Y'all can give me a like. It wouldn't kill you. Let's see here. Ronnie, when do I use the blow bends? Okay. Let's talk about it. When do I use the blow bends? Wow, to the person giving hearts. Way to go, man. Get at it. Blow bends can be used in a variety of contexts. You can use them in any position. Don't limit yourself to first position. A lot of people talk about blow bending and using those bends in first position. And that's because of the layout of the harmonica being so special, where all these blow bends fit right into like the blues scale nicely of first position up top. That's all first position style playing. And then when you want to think about second position, a lot of the blow bends, with the exception of that like whammer jammer note and except for things like that, where I'm using these blow bends often in the context of kind of just a quick grace note, bringing in some other notes to color the note above, like. So it's like I'm making my way to just the natural note, the blow note. And that's how I tend to use them. In third position, anytime you're going to use a blow note, consider the bend first before the note. That's it. Don't overthink it and don't complicate it. Just keep it very sort of whatever feels right. So think of a line you might play, like a pentatonic line, and then just try throwing in a couple blow bends on those 2 blow notes. to get to the blow note. So you start bent. And third position hat, you know. So you just have to play around with it, but it can be used anywhere. I love that Charlie's pushing for more likes. Thanks, buddy. Don't worry, man. It's all good. Let people do it as they will. You know, not everyone has to. I'm just glad you guys are here, checking out the video. And again, I mentioned this, but Saturday's the class for Slim. Coming up in late May, the giant Buddy Green, genius on the harmonica, is going to be joining the platform. He also happens to be a great friend of mine, and I'm so excited to feature him. He is such an intelligent individual beyond just his talent and his creativity on the harmonica. He's just a smart player, and he knows how to talk about this stuff, which is nice. We get into some cool conversations, Buddy and I, about just life, but then every once in a while we just dig hardcore into like musical or harmonica things that are going on, and it's just, I think what I love about Buddy is that he's so down to earth, but he's also we're all nerds. We all like to geek out on this stuff, and he's no different. You know who's also just like that is Mickey Raphael. Willie Nelson, his harmonica player, who's been playing with Willie for like over 50 years. He's the most down to earth, nicest guy you ever met, and he loves just hanging out, talking about harp stuff. And I think that for people that are higher profile, like a Buddy Green or a Mickey Raphael, that they don't have those opportunities to, like we do, to just kind of nerd out and talk harp and gear stuff. And so when they have the opportunity, they love talking about that, but they typically don't have a lot of players around them that can talk about it. So go listen to Buddy Green. Go type in Buddy Green, Greene, and be blown away by what you see on that classical harmonica medley. It's just so good. I can't wait. And I hope to see some of you there. I hope to see you Saturday. Go to harmonica123.com. Check out the homepage for those details. And I hope to see you all there. I'll see y'all soon. Make it a great day. Oh, I do want to answer that question. No, I didn't make it to his birthday bash. Let me answer this quick question. Sometimes I listen to you on Spotify. There's this guy, Johnny Johnson. Yeah, I recorded on that. So did Nick Clark. He's on that CD. But where you want to go to find my albums so you can download my music or stream it, the collection is at, most of them, not everything I've done, but a big chunk of it is at, just type into Google Shellist Bandcamp, one word, and you'll find my streaming albums, and you can purchase everything there. All right, I hope to see y'all soon. Make it a great one.